Imagine staring deep into the universe and suddenly realizing it's staring back. That's exactly what scientists felt when the James Webb Space Telescope, the most powerful eye humanity has ever opened to the cosmos, returned data no one was prepared to see. This wasn't another breathtaking image of a nebula glowing like a cosmic cathedral. It wasn't another elegant spiral galaxy to decorate textbooks. It was something far more unsettling: signals, patterns, and anomalies woven into the darkness, patterns that refused to behave like accidents of nature. At first glance, the data looked chaotic. Noise. Random static in the grand radio of the universe. But the deeper researchers probed, the more the chaos dissolved into structure, deliberate, mathematical whispering of design. Some dismissed it as coincidence. Others whispered a word many scientists dare not say aloud: intelligence. For centuries we told ourselves the universe was indifferent, a vast cold stage of stars, governed by blind physics and chance. But what if that story is wrong? What if, hidden in the silence, there are messages waiting for us to notice? Messages we were never supposed to intercept? The James Webb Telescope may have just pulled back a curtain, and revealed that the void is not silent at all. The first shock came close to home. Webb was directed toward Neptune, the distant blue sentinel at the edge of our solar system. Cold, slow, and seemingly unchanging, Neptune has been little more than a quiet footnote since Voyager 2 swept past it in 1989. But Webb saw something Voyager could not. Neptune's upper atmosphere had cooled. Not gradually over eons, but suddenly, within mere decades. The temperature had dropped by nearly 10 degrees Celsius. No model explained it. The solar cycle didn't. The planet's own heat balance didn't. Something external was at work. Then came the second anomaly. Webb's sensors detected faint pulses in Neptune's magnetic field, subtle rhythmic disturbances like the beat of a hidden heart. Could it be tidal effects from one of its moons? No, the signal was too regular. Too measured. As though Neptune wasn't just responding to the environment, but being influenced by something outside it. If planets can be touched by unseen hands across light years, what else is at play in our solar system that we've mistaken for chance? As that mystery deepened, Webb turned to one of the most tantalizing targets of modern astronomy: the TRAPPIST-1 system, just 39 light-years away. 7 rocky planets orbiting a small red star. A miniature solar system, already whispered about as the crown jewel in the search for life. But Webb's gaze transformed whispers into thunder. Using infrared spectroscopy, it detected the fingerprints of water vapor on at least 2 of those worlds, TRAPPIST-1D and TRAPPIST-1E. Dense atmospheres. Clouds. Conditions eerily like Earth. And woven into those atmospheres were ozone-like compounds, molecules that on Earth exist only in the presence of life. Imagine oceans stretching for thousands of miles, waves crashing under skies as blue as ours. Imagine clouds, rainfall, rivers. 2 living worlds in one system, circling quietly in the dark, waiting for us to notice. For the first time, the dream of a second Earth is not fantasy. It is a data point. A reality. And Webb has given us not 1, but 2. But if nearby worlds can harbor oceans, what waits farther back in time, at the dawn of creation itself? Webb peered deeper, to the galaxy Jade's GSZ 13-0, born just 330 million years after the Big Bang. One of the first flickers of light in a newborn universe. But the radiation Webb detected, Lyman alpha emission, should not have been there. In those primordial days, neutral hydrogen should have drowned it out. Yet it blazed through, unimpeded. Something accelerated the reionization of the universe itself. Something ignited the cosmos earlier than expected. Was it chance? Or the footprint of an energy process we do not yet understand, something so immense, so deliberate, it reshaped the timeline of existence? If galaxies were lit ahead of schedule, then who, or what, lit the fire? But Webb's revelations were not confined to the ancient past. They reached into the ashes of stars themselves. In the system of WD 1856 plus 534, where a sun had already died, Webb found the impossible: a giant planet orbiting close to a white dwarf star. Logic says it should have been destroyed when the star exploded into its death shroud. Yet it endures. More than that, it adapts. Webb detected chemical regeneration in its upper atmosphere. Water vapor. Sulfur compounds. Molecules that what if life, or intelligence, does not end with stars? What if civilizations learn to endure the deaths of suns, to thrive around dying embers where we see only ruin? Suddenly, white dwarfs, long dismissed as cosmic graveyards, could be havens of survival. Ancient sanctuaries where something persists, waiting out eternity. The mysteries grew darker still as Webb studied the forgotten moons of Uranus and Neptune, tiny icy bodies thought to be little more than frozen rubble. Yet thermal signatures glowed in its data. Heat from within. Cryovolcanic activity. Chemical fingerprints of complex carbon compounds, precursors of life, etched on their surfaces. Too small, too cold, too ancient to still be active. And yet they are. Which forces is to ask? Did something plant these compounds there? Are these moons natural, or seeded relics of something older? But the most haunting revelation came from the cigar galaxy, Messier 82. Already known as a cauldron of new stars, it should have offered nothing but chaos. Instead, Webb picked up an infrared pulse from its center. Repeating. Structured. A signal. Its rhythm was not noise. It carried spacing and symmetry. It resembled the mathematical template SETI once used to hunt for alien beacons. Natural explanations exist, perhaps a pulsar or neutron star, but none fit the data. Which leaves the possibility we dread, that Webb stumbled upon the fading heartbeat of an ancient transmission, never meant for us, now echoing across the stars. The parallels multiplied. Remember Tabby's star, the strange star whose light dimmed unpredictably, sparking theories of alien megastructures? Webb's precision revealed that the dimming wasn't dust. It wasn't comets. Opaque, angular objects moved in front of the star in layered orbits. Even more disturbing, Webb detected waste heat, an excess glow inconsistent with the star's output. The telltale fingerprint of energy harvesting. A Dyson swarm, once dismissed as fantasy, is now an active working theory. And then came Pandora's cluster, Able 2744. A gravitational lens through which Webb glimpsed the farthest reaches of the cosmos. Yet as it stared, shadows crossed a background galaxy. Repeatedly. But nothing visible cast them. Objects moved across the light, invisible yet undeniable. Massive. Dark. Mechanical in behavior. As though engineered to hide, bending the rules of physics themselves. Stealth, on a galactic scale. What Webb is revealing is not just science. Not just beauty. It is a forbidden story written across space and time. A pattern that suggests the universe is not indifferent, it is aware. Watching. Whispering. Waiting. From Neptune's pulsing magnetosphere to the humid skies of TRAPPIST-1. From ancient galaxies burning too soon to planets resurrecting around dead stars. From icy moons alive with chemistry to pulses in the cigar galaxy, shadows in Pandora's cluster, and structures orbiting Tabby's star. Every discovery converges into the same, chilling possibility. The universe has never been empty. It has been alive with signals. Alive with structures. Alive with watchers. And now, through Webb's golden mirror, we are seeing them for the first time. The veil is lifting. And with it comes a question older than humanity itself. What if we were never alone? Because the data is no longer whispering. It is shouting. And somewhere, out there in the dark, something is staring back. And for the first time